Welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. I couldn't find an idea for today's episode, sadly, but one of my viewers came with the rescue. So here it is. I will talk about wheelchair diet, disabled people's diet, nutritions, exercises as well. Not that I know anything about it, but I'm just another YouTube talking head, right? Who's gonna stop me? No one will. It's actually your fault that you will watch it and listen to me and do what I say. I blame you. Because frankly, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a personal trainer, I'm just trying to be a YouTuber. So here it is, listen to my wisdom at your own responsibility. So let's begin with the diet, right? Just to be fair and to let you know, I'm not following any dietitian program, any pyramids, nor nothing actually. I love meat, I'm a meat eater, and the only vegetable I love is potato. So I'm not really the best example. The only rule I follow is don't go fat, don't be fat, like don't make it any harder than necessary. Necessary is a wheelchair in my case, right? The bigger I will grow, the harder it will be for me to exist. Why would I? And that's my advice for every disabled person. Don't be fat. And this one is a simple part actually. Don't eat more calories than you can burn. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I don't know if you're aware of that, but a lot of living people turn their lifestyle to be a sitting one, home office, just working by the desk. And it has its consequences. It has its risks. It has been checked and scientifically proved that there are health risks from too much sitting. And I'm sitting all the time. That's even worse, right? Obesity, cluster of conditions that make up metabolic syndrome, increased blood pressure, high blood sugar, not to mention excess body fat around the waist only, unhealthy cholesterol levels. And guess which ones I'm suffering with? I'm having it all. And these are just standard risks of just sitting, not really connected to your disability, people having different disabilities. In addition to what I just said, because humans, they are built to stand upright. Heart and cardiovascular system works more effectively this way. The bowel works more efficiently. Moving your muscles helps your body digest fats and sugars that you consume. And if you spend a lot of time sitting, it's not as efficient as it could be, right? You have a higher chance of developing a heart attack. Just by sitting or laying in bed, it can lead to increased insulin resistance, a path to diabetes. Deep vein thrombosis. I didn't even know what it was before I checked. I prepared myself for this episode. And deep vein thrombosis is a blood clot that forms in the veins of your legs. You don't want that to get up to a heart or a brain if you have any. So just by being in a wheelchair, you need to act accordingly when it comes to diet. You need the diet to be balanced or rebalanced by some professional, a doctor or a dietitian, a smart one, not the YouTube or Instagram one. Don't go for that Instagram, TikTok or YouTube knowledge. There are many people that they know what they're doing and they are sharing the knowledge with you. But there's way more of those fake ones and they just need the views, like I do right now. Ask a professional. You need a professional, not a YouTuber to tell you what to eat, how to eat, or just learn by yourself, right? When it comes to me, as I said previously, I eat too much meat, not enough vegetables, even though I am one, so I should be counted as a vegetable in a meal. Not enough fruits. I'm just supplementing what I'm missing in my diet with tablets. It's not the best idea for me to do so, but it is something. You need to do your own research on those vitamins as well. There's plenty of those in shops that they don't do nothing. They do not absorb in the amount you want them to absorb. So it is a tricky subject, not a chance that I'll be able to fit it in an episode. Not only I don't speak proper English, so it could be difficult for me to pronounce those names and difficult for you to understand those. But all I want to say is wheelchair is an issue enough for you. Don't make it too complicated by not taking care of yourself. Why would you? That's stupidity. I can understand that a lot of wheelchair disabled people that are having those physios, but most of that, it's not really a physical activity, You're getting a massage, they are connecting you to some wires, you are having hydrotherapy. That's not physical activity. And that leads to, as I mentioned before, a diabetes or a heart attack. Obviously, as a disabled person, I'm having plenty of time. So I'm not eating that processed food. That's for American viewers. I'm just preparing those meals myself. I love Polish food, which is fat, and I love Italian food, which is rich in carbs. So I need to limit my portions. Otherwise, I would be 3 times as big. But as you've seen on my previous videos, I'm quite active when it comes to doing things. Gardening, renovation, carpentry, whatever, DIYs. They recently opened a gym 300 meters away from me. So I'm starting from December, especially for the winter time when I'm not as active, It's not me that I want to live till like I'm, I don't know, 90 or 100 years. I don't want that. I just don't want to die by stupidity. So, I'm trying to balance it as much as I can, as much as my ego and taste allows. For example, I love seafood, but I can't really afford it every day. So just to wrap it all together, if you are disabled, don't be a fat idiot. That's all it takes. That's simple. I love burgers, for example, but it doesn't mean I can eat them every day. I love pork chops, but it doesn't mean I can have them every single day for the rest of my life. You just need to be on top of those news, I can give you an example. When I was younger, when I was like 10, we only had margarine to put on sandwiches because back in the day, everyone used to say that the butter is not healthy for you. You're going to die from it. The same goes for eggs. Everyone used to say that you can't have too many eggs. An egg a week will do the job because your cholesterol level will skyrocket. And now it's fully different. So you need to stay updated, you need to stay updated with the knowledge. And even me talking right now, all those, small things you may say, I'm not really following those. I eat way too fat, too much meat, not enough veggies, not enough anything healthy. But one day I will improve, that's for sure. Not now, obviously, but I will. So with the wheelchair comes responsibilities. Cut. So when it comes to training, you need to start by understanding your body. How does it work? Which muscles do you need to do certain tasks? In my case, there are three main ones, which is triceps, chest muscles, and arms. Every little daily task will require one of those, or all of those combined. To go uphill, for example, you will need triceps and chest muscles. I'll show it to you in a second. To transfer yourself from the, couch to a wheelchair, you will need tricep and back muscle. Just a bit of a back muscle, but these are most important ones, and in order to exist you will have to use them a lot, so you better train them. Let me just give you a quick example. With this tiny little ramp I can show you what I mean. In order to get uphill you need to lean forward. Has to be like, oh, I can't do it without the brakes, and I've lost them to an airline like a year ago, I believe. I can just go sideways and show it to you this way. No, I will not. Let me start from the very beginning. You will see it better. This one's a tiny incline, it's not much, but you are engaging chest muscles and the triceps. I forgot to mention about one, actually the most important thing, the grip. You need to have your grip as strong as possible. Let's find a better spot. I should have picked better weather to show you all of those, but I guess it's not happening. It's almost the winter time, it's -2 degrees. My hands are freezing, not only because I'm touching cold metal piece of my wheelchair all the time. Holding it tight isn't helping enough. I didn't dress properly because I thought the weather is better. I mean, the sun is shining. I thought it's warm, but it isn't. And this was another issue actually, because when it's cold, it's really hard to get that, proper grip to push yourself on a wheelchair. Luckily, I can maintain because I'm strong. I'm like a Hulk, but Polish one, made of kielbasa and pierogi, not some radiation. That's crazy. But anyways, when you finally realize which muscles do you need the most, you can start training those. There are hundreds, if not thousands of exercises you can do for specific type of muscle. And you also need to remember one thing. If you transfer yourself once a day, twice a day, from the couch to a chair, it's certainly not enough for the muscle to at least maintain its strength. You either need to do it more often or just find a substitute to do it. And you can do it everywhere at any time. Nothing actually limits you. There's actually a spot for it right behind the tree. Let me show it to you. These sticks are way too close anyways. Not that I was searching for it, not that I was planning it. I just found this spot like a second ago. Kimchi! Kimchi! Welcome. I need to hurry up because my girlfriend is doing rounds in the park with the kid and a dog. And it's literally freezing. So let's go back to the subject. That's all you need. I know some gym freaks can tell you it's not a proper movement. It's not deep enough. Your arms are spread too much. But it is something. You don't need a gym to train your muscles, because you don't have to grow bigger. You just have to maintain the strength of the muscles. You know what I mean? What I love to do is compare it to the farmers or to men that are doing that hard labor. They are not massive strong men, right? But they are strong as f***. Have you ever tried to fight a farmer? His grip may be deadly and he doesn't look this way, right? But his muscles are strong, and that's what's most important. But anyways, here's your triceps done, right? Do it as much as you want, and when you start feeling the pain, do 10 reps more. Then turn around, lean forward, and add chest muscles to it by leaning forward. And there you go, you're in a park and you just train your triceps and chest muscles. And you really need those. I would love to show you running as well, but first, it's not a leg day. Second, I didn't take my running shoes. These are skating shoes, I would say. But I didn't take my skateboard either. Let's find a better hill, because there's a crazy hill up there, and I'll show you more triceps exercises. Going uphill is always really exhausting when you're using a wheelchair, because you need to use the muscles that you never knew they existed. You need a strong grip. You need to lean forward, meaning you need to use a lot of back muscles and core muscles in general. You're using your triceps a lot, and you're using your chest muscles a lot. This one's even harder, because not only it's an incline, but it has some steps. And I never called it a training, because it's not a training itself, right? But it helps you maintain the strength. There's probably nothing on top of that hill, but I'll just go there just to have a look. Wait, a coffee time. That's lovely, I didn't know that. But my girlfriend took a coffee with her. That's just lovely. I really needed that. So let's just get back to recording. I'll just go there. But in order for it to look better, I'll have to go there, return for the camera, go up again. Ah. Oh, it's actually worth it. But I'm not returning for the camera. Now I will. First I will have to, and then I will show it to you. If you go downhill, you need a strong grip, so you can train your grip at the same time, and your core muscles, because you need to do a wheelie, and you need to balance yourself. So let me just take you uphill. I need to go down there first. So it looks like I'm a solo influencer, solo travel influencer. Can you see me? I don't think you can. Let me just go up the hill again. And I will just act like there's no camera in here and I'm just admiring the views. It is lovely actually. I need to go down there. The lighting is incredible right now. Let me just show you what I found in here. But right now I need to go down there. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Look at the lighting. Yes. So just to summarize it, don't be a lazy fat bitch. That's all it takes. It's not really hard. I mean, I will return home and I will show you some more. So it's not over yet. Just wanted to summarize the park trip. Don't be lazy. That's all it takes. If you don't want to go somewhere, just simply force yourself to do so. And it is kind of a long-term engagement, because you won't see those results instantly, right? You won't be stronger after one park visit, but in the long term, it will benefit you. Trust me on that. You think I wanted to come here? I'd rather record that episode in my house, do it way faster, and watch Parks and Recreation Season 6 right now. But I'm really glad I came here. I will also be going out in the horrible weather. This is part of a training, keeping myself fit. Because wheelchair limitations are enough. I don't want to add to it. But yeah, that's it. I'm freezing. I really regret that I feel my legs, because I don't feel them anymore. It's really cold. Let's go back. I'll make some lovely views for you. Oh my god, I almost called it a day, to be honest. It's 9... is it 9? Yeah, 9:30 p.m. on Saturday. And for some reason, after the walk, I thought I'm done with this episode. We returned, we had some dinner, then we watched a movie, then we had some fun with Julian. And I was like, yep, it's time to edit for Sunday. Well, I guess not. But, as I already proved, you can exercise everywhere you go and train the muscles that you really need as a disabled person. You know what, I actually forgot about one muscle group that is almost basic for a wheelchair person. Let me show it to you. The shoulders. Since you can't really pick up things like a normal human being, you need to use your shoulder instead, right? And this is a really important part of your body, because it's not only for carrying things like that. It's being used in many occasions, way harder than the regular standing person. For example, in the kitchen. I was showing it to you in previous episodes. When there's a regular human being standing in front of the countertop, chopping things like that, right? It doesn't require much of a shoulder. But since you are sitting, your chopping looks like that. And there you go. Those muscles are involved already. So you actually need to take care about those as well. And as I said previously, they don't have to be big. You don't need to look like Hulk Hogan, for example. You can just never forget about those and train them as much as you can. There's plenty of tutorials, there's plenty of video about things that I'm mentioning, which is diet and which is training a specific group of muscles. But it all starts with your understanding of your needs, of the muscles that you really need. There's plenty of disabilities. As for example, if you're paralyzed from your chest down, you won't need those core muscles, right? You can't even control them. Or maybe you just lost only one of your leg. And what I suggest the most is you're probably going to a physio anyways, right? Just ask your physiotherapist about it. Just ask them about those specific trainings so they can help you. If not, go to a gym. You can go for one lesson only. You can go for a personal trainer as well. And if you provide him, her, with some info about yourself before, what you want to achieve, he can prepare himself. He can prepare a set of exercises that you could do for those specific muscles that you need to train. So it all comes to one. Don't be an idiot and visit a specialist, because they know better. Well, most of the time actually. Because if you won't do anything about it, your condition will only get worse. There's no growing muscles or growing stronger from doing nothing. Because it all depends on what you want to achieve. Like if you want to do 20 kilometers a day on a wheelchair effortlessly, that's easy. Just regularly go for some walks, rides, wheelchair rides. Don't try to cheat by finding a way with no inclines. You will struggle for a week, but the next week it will improve. And it's all about those little improvements. They will make you happy in the long run. One more thing before we end up. I wanted to prove to you that I am a man of commitment, of action, and that I know what I'm talking about. I stole those healthy items from my girlfriend. At least that's what she said, that these are healthy ones. And I'll prove to you that it's not as hard. It can't be that bad, right? Am I allowed to just push it like that into my mouth on YouTube? I'll just touch the tip just in case. Oh my god. See? It wasn't a... Do I need to have this one as well? Jesus. In the name of well-being, health, and science, I won't do it ever again. I'm so glad that I had my last sausage. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And comments, obviously, these are useful as well. And I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye. Do you have any more sausages?